Good morning, ladies. Hope you enjoyed your session with us today. So here we are on a par 4 where we've taken 2 shots and we still have a little ways to go. So we talked a little bit today about the difference between hitting a pitch shot and a half shot and the advantages of playing one versus the other. So a pitch shot would be something where we have a little bit more control in the sense that we have fewer moving parts. The basic setup with a pitch shot is to have the ball playing somewhat close to the middle of your stance. We're going to work into our hinge position as we rotate back, and when we move through the ball, we're going to really just focus on rotating our body and not releasing our hands. The big thing here is to not necessarily try to hit down on the ball, but to try and use the sole of the club or the bounce of the club to help us make nice consistent contact. So rather than digging the club into the ground, I want to hold my wrists in this hinge position and really try and make that thump sound with the bottom. You can see when I'm finished my swing, my club hasn't released. I'm simply maintaining the loft on the club and rotating my body through. It should look something like this. What you're going to do is make a nice repeatable move that's based solely on your body rotation rather than bringing in the risk of flipping your hands. If we're a little further away from the green and we feel like we need to take more of a half shot but not quite that full wedge, similar setup, we're going to have the ball in the middle of our stance, but to get that extra little bit of height or that extra little bit of power, we're now going to have to incorporate some sort of release into our rotation. So the easiest way to remember this one is when I take the club back, as I hinge, you can see I'm making an L shape here, and when I rotate through, I'm going to have an L shape on the other side. Both shots require rotation, so it's so important that we don't replace rotation with a flip of the hands. This will leave you susceptible to chunks, to thins, all sorts of bad misses. So if you're trying to play more of that half shot, again, the swing is going to be a little bit bigger, ball might go a little bit higher, and you're going to have slightly more power. So we're going to go L, and when we come through, we go L, L. A little bit more power, a little bit higher ball flight, but there's definitely a little bit more risk involved. So for you, where does your pitch shot end? Where does the half shot begin? That's what we'll work on today.